What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor Esports video, and today we are back once again with the AIC 2020. The quarterfinals have actually already started, and this is exactly what you're gonna see in this video. BRU United Esports going up against Saigon Phantom here. Both of these teams are tournament favorites, so this should be absolutely insane. My spy already told me this is a super exciting quarterfinal here. It's gonna be a best of 5. Global pick ban. It should be a lot of fun to check out, and as always I will put the whole thing in one video, all the games, so you should be seeing a super long video right now in front of you on your screen. So hey, get those healthy snacks ready, okay? I'm sorry, no M&Ms, no chips, okay? Get that bell pepper with cottage cheese, you dip it in. I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, you need those healthy snacks for a healthy dose of entertainment, okay? And that's hopefully what we will be getting here. As always, I'm not spoiled at all. I don't know what is going to happen here. This should be really fun to check out. And also, quick little note, this tournament is double elimination, okay? So we won't be covering all quarterfinals. There will be a lot, because I don't know if you don't know how double elimination works, but it's basically 2 brackets. If one team loses, they drop down to the losers bracket, and then they get another chance to climb all the way up to the grand final. So you have it's so much better. I'm really glad that AOV finally adopted this tournament structure. So hey, I think we will see a lot of great things in this AIC 2020 tournament. I think it might be one of the best AOV tournaments in history, okay? So let's check out the draft here. Game 1, Crixie banned and Timmy banned on the side of BRU. Meanwhile, Saigon Phantom decides for that Zip and Ryoma ban. Pretty standard bans. Timmy and Crixie a little bit interesting, but you know, whenever you're blue side, you have that first pick, you can really just decide what you want to ban. Kira was left open. Usually we saw her sometimes banned on the red side in the first ban rotation instantly, but left open, so BRU just instantly first picks her. As you guys know, we've seen a lot of, we've seen BRU in the past utilize that Kira very, very well. So we'll see if they can do it again here. Meanwhile, SGP just goes for that Wonder Woman, which I really like, but also for that Nakrov. So it's not going to be a jungling Wonder Woman. I hope I'm not loading here. Okay, this was bugged on their end, I think. Yeah, Wonder Woman. It's not going to be a jungling Wonder Woman because they also pair it up with the Nakrov. So we'll probably see a Slayer lane Wonder Woman here. They also paired up with the Hayate as well. So they have some really OP heroes already that we traditionally see as super OP in our solo rank games. Of course, competitive works a little bit differently. However, BRU also just instantly using a lot of these OP picks. Keep in mind, global pick ban, you want to watch out for that. You don't want to blow your whole roster, like fill your whole 5-man roster with super OP picks right at the start. You wanna spread it out across the whole series. However, they go for Akira, they go for a Florentino, Elsu, not traditionally seen as one of the most OP picks, but definitely also a really strong marksman. And on the side of SGP, we have that Nakrov pick, which isn't too insane or anything compared to a Wonder Woman or a Hayate, but still also one of their comfort picks, I would say. They banned Richter and Malok. Let me see if the stream, is this lagging a little bit? Or is it just this lag? I think it's just this lagging. I don't think, yeah, I don't think the timer is lagging. Anyway, excuse me for that. We have the Richter and the Malok ban. On the other side, we have a Dio-chan and Superman ban. So Superman actually getting utilized a lot in this tournament so far. We have the Chi pickup, okay? And this is a pre-buff Chi. She has that longer range now, but this is not the newest patch, which I made a patch rundown video about. So yeah, we'll see how she will perform. Of course, that is always a very standard counter pick against the Florentino, so that is not too surprising. And BRU is going for that Joker in the marksman position, also filling that mid with that Kira in the jungle. Of course, you have that AP, you can put that Elsu into the mid lane, and potentially a Baldum in the support position, which is pretty good against it's pretty good against Hayate, it's pretty good against Chi. Like, you just build a lot of armor, you're just really tanky against all of the enemy heroes so far. It is a decent pick. He can really cancel Hayate's ult very easily with that S1, with the ultimate as well. So it's really not that bad. And we have an Illumia pick potentially. Now let's see, Illumia mid lane would get really destroyed by a good Elsu snipes, okay? She can't really dodge those, you know? She's very squishy as well. But it would fit the enemy team comp very well. At that point, SGP would just have so much team fighting capability. AOE Wonder Woman ult, AOE Hayate ult, AOE Illumia ult, AOE Makrov ult, and AOE Chi ult. Like, that is just crazy amounts of team fighting. All 5 heroes on SGP, and they lock it in. They lock in the Illumia. All 5 of these heroes are crazy strong at team fights. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna skip right into the game. I think the thing was lagging. See, it wasn't the... I thought the YouTube video was lagging for a second, but it was just their camera. And let's see. Game 1 of this quarterfinals. BRU United Esports going up against SGP. Let's see how they perform. As I said, this should be very exciting. This first draft already is very exciting because BRU has that Kira, you know. What they want to do is they have a sniper Elsu, a sniper Joker, okay? They want to poke out people and then just Kira runs in through the walls and finishes them off. So they already have a very aggressive team composition. Already in the early game, they want to control these areas with these long-range poke abilities. They have that Florentino that is just going to be sitting 1v1 in that lane. Let's check out these enchantments. They're very standard, except for Holy Thunder on that Joker is a little bit special because it doesn't have an AD ratio anymore. But again, solidifying what I'm trying to say there, it's going to improve his poke even further, even with just that base damage. Meanwhile, on the other side, SGP has very standard enchantments. Well, except for that Wonder Woman Forest Wonder, which is a little bit interesting. But keep in mind, it's a support Wonder Woman, which I forgot to mention so far. Because of course we had that cheap pickup. The support Wonder Woman, you know, Forest Wonder, just a really great ganking tool, really great tool for any support. Honestly, just adds so much base damage to everyone. It's just really strong, really useful. And yeah, that's why we have that Forest Wonder. Usually we would see Devil's Awakening, but keep in mind Wonder Woman will have a lot of cooldown reduction here because she's building that support item, which already gives you, I think, 15%, maybe 10. But yeah, Bang already finished his jungle rotation there on his Makrov. Now this guy is really hyped. Keep in mind, he is, for the past year or so, he is the new hyped jungler in Vietnam. He is, according to many people, the best jungler in Vietnam. ADC has had his like 2 years or something, which is insane. To be one of the best or the best in Vietnam for 2 years is crazy. But yeah, general consensus now is that Bang is better. So we'll see if he can live up to that hype here, okay? He definitely has to, going up against BRU. They are insane. They have also one of my favorite mid laners as well. I think Nunu is crazy good. We'll see what he can do on Elsu. He's not really hitting too many so far. He's trying to hit that Wonder Woman, is not able to. And see, exactly what I was saying. They're trying to control the dragon area with their poke, and they're doing really well so far. That's how they mitigate this bad early game of Kira. So I actually really like this draft coming out by them. Kira, really still, she got buffed the early game. She does much more damage now. But it's still not a one-shot, you know? Back in the days, you remember when Kira was really OP, she could seriously just one-shot you, even level 4, which is pretty insane. Now she can't really do that anymore, but she can come very close with the recent buffs. That's why she's banned again. But yeah, definitely doing very well so far. Baldum also one of the stronger supports in the early game. That S2 is just so deceiving. It deals a lot of damage for some reason. So yeah, ooh, Bang getting completely poked. If that hits, it's GG. Okay, wow, but beautiful Illumia ult, and forces just the ultimate out of Elsu though, so it's not a big deal. Now, again, a miss there, but he's doing really well. He completely pushed out the Makrov. The Makrov has to go back now because of that well-played, like 2 snipes or something, I bet he hit onto that Makrov. Tries to hit the Illumia, she's dancing around. But yeah, as I said, I feel like Illumia, especially late game, will get hit a lot by these snipes, by the Joker Rocket as well. It is not fun playing Illumia against these super long-range projectiles. Nice hit onto that chi there. I'm really glad we see Elsu right in the first game, because it always adds so much action, you know, because it adds so much suspense. You're thinking, oh man, is he gonna hit? If he hits, it's just 1/3 health gone of any squishy. Even that chi, who is considered a little bit tankier, loses 25%. There we go, Makrov as well. Right about 30% lost on his health bar there. Of course, Nakrov doesn't really care too much, because he can just lifesteal in the jungle with his Reeve Arcana. He of course goes full Reeve most of the time. Nice hit. Hayate definitely cares. He has to go back instantly. Hayate doesn't have a lot of lifesteal, especially early on. Oh my god, that would have hit. That would have hit. They send out the Baldum to scout. It's so nice, man. The Baldum is all the time just scouting the vision for this Elsu so he can line up these shots. And yeah, you poke out one enemy, easy dragon, even if you have not the strongest early game jungler with that Kira. I definitely think Buriram outdrafted, because even late game, Kira is insane late game. And they have enough disengage, you know? You need disengage. If you have a good poke composition, which they have with Elsu and Joker, if you have that, you need a lot of disengage, okay, to prevent the enemies from all-inning you, because the enemy comp, as I said, they have all that AoE, they want to engage these team fights. You need to stop this Wonder Woman and Nakrov from engaging, right? And right as I'm saying that, you can see on the little health bars there that Nakrov got poked out again by Elsu. He was at around 25% health, but this is what I'm talking about. He can just lifesteal back in the jungle, but still, if he takes a couple too many of those and his jungle is not up, it's very dangerous territory. Now, as I said, you want to disengage these team fights because you don't actually want to fight early game with this Buriram roster. You can fight late game probably with some good Florentino and Kira flanks and stuff like that, but early game you definitely don't want to fight, especially in a jungle area where Chi can really line up that ult very well. And for that you have Baldum. He can just place that ult, suck everybody up on the enemy team, and you just run away. So it is beautiful. Kira gets poked out, but so does the Nakrov. Oh my god, he actually hits it. That was way too greedy and arrogant by Bang. He thought he can just dodge that, but that just really gave them a huge lead, man. Giving away that first blood, giving away a double buff to Elsu, who is already snowballing, who's already farmed, because he's getting his mid lane waves, he's getting some side lane waves as well from Joker, if you were paying attention, and he also got that dragon. Of course, it is mid lane, so he's still behind Joker despite that first blood, because Kira just yoinks the mid lane wave as well. They share it, but still, really good for this Elsu right now. Oh my god, he gets another kill as well, but the Baldum ended up dying as well. However, he's already back in the fray almost. Ooh, Kira actually finishes him there. Beautifully played. Now, guys, this is actually such a nice draft because they all have so much long-range finishing potential. Like, Kira just jumps in and has that S1, she just shoots 3 auto attacks. That S1 flies to the enemy Nakrov, even if he's jumping away like you saw there. And maybe a lucky Elsu shot connects as well, and he's dead. He's dead right there. So this, I'm really liking this. Interesting build by Kira, not going for an early Spoopy Mask, what I and most other pro players do as well. Well, I'm not a pro player, let's be real, I'm a pro entertainer. But yeah, what most pro players do is you buy the jungle item, you buy the boots, and then you buy a Spoopy Mask, and then you go for the Zweihander. What some EU top server best Kiras do, which I don't agree with, they even go for a Magic Pierce boots, they buy that Spoopy Mask, and then they buy the Hekate. They don't even go for the Zweihander, they just want to burst as much as they can. Which I just think Zweihander is really insane. Again, a beautiful Elsu snipe, man. And look at this Joker snipe as well, not to be underestimated. So far, Elsu is the star of this show, but man, Buriram is destroying Saigon right now in this game 1. 4-1, 4k gold ahead already. The Florentino gets caught, I think he will die here, he does end up dropping. Well played by SGP to get that, but the Hayate drops in the end as well, and the Wonder Woman as well, so they get 2 for 1 in that exchange there. So again, Buriram is really happy with this. They instantly turn their eyes onto this Slayer, and they will just do it. They will just do it. This Slayer is really easy to take for a lot of these jungle assassins. Kira at this point has so much damage output, especially with that Zweihander. She has much more DPS. You would have more burst with a Hecate. I agree on that, but that Zweihander just adds so much DPS, so much more reliability on that combo to be executed, you know. That's why a lot of pros, and I as well, just like it more. And he goes for the Staff of Nul now instantly. And yeah, this Nakrov is not having a good game, man. Not having a good game. Completely gets caught once again here while trying to push out this bottom lane wave, or just scouting out the dragon. I don't even know what he was trying to do, but he just gets completely blown out right there, guys. They get the dragon, and yeah, this is looking really bad. 5,000 gold lead for BRU here. F1, as I said in the at the start during the draft, and this is exactly what I'm talking about with Illumia. Look, see that? Another one connects. One more and you're dead. See, guys, it's crazy. Elsu against, man, Illumia against Joker, Elsu. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough, I'm telling you. I've been there. I haven't been there against both of them at the same time, but whenever I play against a Joker or an Elsu, you have to be very careful of these snipes. I can just imagine how much pressure it is if you have two of them. Look at this. She dodges, well, the Wonder Woman blocks the Elsu snipe for her, but then the Joker connects and it's 1/3 of her health gone as well. And the Joker has that rank breaker into Fenrir build into Muramasa. That is the best Joker build, as I said, as I made that video once. It's crazy. You can go for Omni Arms, you know, but I don't know. I like this. I think he might go for, maybe he will just go for rank breaker into small armor pierce item. I would actually like that. That's probably the most damage output you can have onto this little Illumia. So that is, yeah. Even Hayate takes so much damage. Despite Hayate probably well, already on his way to build that Frost Cape or that Hyuga's Edge. He probably has some armor in there, and he still takes so much damage. They try to engage a team fight, but again, you saw how BRU is playing. They want to disengage, and they did exactly that, man. You just back out, and it is so easy. Now the Baldum ult was a little bit too ambitious. Tried to catch somebody and line up some free Elsu snipes, but not able to. Elsu trying to snipe there, not hitting. The tower is almost dead. 500 gold. They just need one auto attack onto this, but they can't really. They know they're playing this really well, guys, because they know if they go too close to the tower, they will get engaged on. And now they don't have the Baldum ult, so they can't disengage. Okay. So some very nice macro. While it seems maybe they're playing too defensive, they're actually playing right at the edge of what is possible here. What they're allowed to do before making a mistake, okay? So I definitely, you can definitely see here that BRU is one of the tournament favorites already. SGP is also one of, well, they're rank 1 in Vietnam, I'm pretty sure. They're very hyped. They are the best team in Vietnam. Many people, I don't think many people would even argue against that, right? And yeah, they're just getting completely bodied right here. I think this Hayate will get caught. No, they let him live another day. Baldum has that flicker. He could have S1 flickered, but they decide not to do that. It was close range, so maybe he wouldn't. Look at this, man. Muramasa completed on Joker. Man, that is so much damage. I'm telling you, this rank breaker in Muramasa, people underestimate that. People flame me for going rank breaker in Muramasa or Spear of Longinus and Muramasa on something like a Ryoma, but man, telling you, man, don't underestimate this. It adds so much damage, not only against tanks but also against squishies. Just reducing that armor even a little bit more is just so much more value. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys, whenever you play some assassins like that can benefit of that. It's really only Ryoma and Joker that I can think of right now. Scott for sure. Yeah, that's it, honestly. I can't really think of anything else right now. You could do something dumb with Wonder Woman, but let's be real, don't do it. Chi probably, Chi as well, but Chi really benefits from Omni Arms. See, again, SGP tries to engage the team fight, but man, look what happens. You just disengage and you get back to sniping. And at that point, the enemies already used their movement abilities, and then the snipes are just easy to hit. Look at this. Look at this, man. They're just playing them like a fiddle. It is such a well-played macro game by BRU. They are not even letting SGP fight at all. They're just playing exactly to the strengths of their team composition. And yeah, SGP's only chance was to get a full-on 5v5 brawl and try to catch out that Elsu, try to catch out that Joker. They weren't able to do so, and now they're just getting completely wrecked here. Ooh, but this is a little bit of a throw. This Elsu will die, I think. No, he actually should have just jumped onto Elsu, done one more auto attack, but Bang thought he can get away, maybe regen, and then get back in or something like that. Not able to do so, and he just, ends up dying there. Beautiful finish there. Not much SGP could have done. They, as I said, man, this was just a very nice draft. And honestly, they didn't use that many super OP heroes. They used Kira, which is a huge draft issue now for the rest of the games. That you use Kira, you will have to ban her most of the time. I'm sure SGP Bang can play her like crazy good, right? So yeah. But other than that, they use Florentino as well, which is also a big issue. But other than that, like Joker, you don't think of him like a super OP hero. Elsu, you don't think of him like a super OP hero, neither with Baldum. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have that Hayate, you have that Wonder Moon as well. So honestly, 2 for 2 in terms of OP picks. I feel like BRU's picks were a little bit better, but also just they worked better together. So they really just did a great job here with that draft. Well played by the coach, well played by the players. Very nice snipes as well. Does anyone get the MVP for this game? Let's see if anyone gets the MVP here. If there's already MVPs between games. They should, right? Yeah, we'll see some damage numbers as well here. 104k damage on this Elsie. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Let me see if someone gets the MVP. Elsu, of course, for sure. Yeah, of course, guys. He just played absolutely out of his mind, man. With that Enzo haircut. I see you, man. I see you. I wish I was Enzo as well, man. I could chain some boys, you know, chain some girls, hopefully, as well. Anyway, guys, we'll move straight into that game 2 draft. Alright, guys, there we go with game number 2 here. BRU already 1-0 in the lead, and look at this ban actually. They decide to ban out Elundor. Now, if you guys remember in the previous international tournaments of Arena of Valor, I always pointed out how good the Bang is on Elundor. Now, granted, back then Elundor was really OP, however, you cannot deny that Bang has one of the best Elundor mechanics in general in all of Arena of Valor, and they decide to ban it out. It's still a good pick in competitive. It's not as OP as it used to be, but it's still a very good pick. So they have some nice draft ideas here where they just ban out, try to focus a Bang here a little bit for this draft at least. They also ban out the Omen because they were preparing for the Richter pick most likely. They knew the enemies had to ban that Ryoma, that Zip again, so they just go for this Richter pick. Now keep in mind, Lubu can do very well against Richter as well. You don't only need Omen. What else can do well? I think Florentino can do okay against Richter because Florentino is just insane. So maybe we'll see something like that coming out here by SGP as well. And they're going for a Kefani so far. They lock it in. Okay, so Kefani and Lubu are going to be the picks. Most likely going to be a laning Kefani. So we'll most likely again see an assassin coming out by Bang here in the jungle. He is of course very well known for his marksman junglers. Although lately he has just been absolutely amazing at everything. I know that last Nakrov game didn't seem too good, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Hayate being hovered right now. I think Hayate is difficult against Kefani, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because you just want to farm until you're a marksman, right? You just want to farm. You don't really have to fight the Kefani or anything. And we have a Crixie as well being hovered. Not banned this time. Wasn't instantly picked by SGP, so it seems like Nunu is just gonna secure it for himself here. Yeah, BRU gets that Crixie for their mid lane, so they already have a mid laner now. D-Rock being hovered right now. We'll see if it goes through. So far, both teams having the exact same picks. They have Slayer lane, they have both marksmen, and both seem to be picking a mage as well here. Of course, BRU already locked in theirs. We'll see if this Raz or D-Rock will get locked in. I think Raz is not too good against Richter. It's good against Hayate for sure. It's definitely good against Hayate. Richter is D-Rock is good against Hayate as well. You just want something with CC that can stop this Hayate ult. And yeah, definitely Raz will give them a lot of early game strength against this Crixie, okay? She can clear the waves early and just roam a lot and stuff, but if you pair this Raz up with a good wave clearing support in that mid lane, he will be able to cause a lot of damage early game. He will be able to roam much faster, has more base movement speed, also has that passive to traverse around the map faster, and yeah, has that S2 that just does so much damage even starting from level 1, where you can just go into his side lane and poke the jungler as well if he finds him. So yeah, definitely liking it so far. They're picking some more early game. They're adapting already from the previous game, and they decided to ban out Sinistria. BRU decides to ban out Superman again. They did it last game as well. By the way, interesting that SGP lost the last game and they still decide to stay on the red side. Of course, the loser can always choose which side they want to draft on after their loss. And it seems like SGP values that red side more. So they feel like they messed up the draft and they can bring it back this game. They also ban Wonder Woman here. So they ban 2 junglers. Well, Wonder Woman is mostly seen as a jungler, last game of course support. And the enemies ban out, well, Xenial can go Slayer lane. Can also go Abyssal Dragon lane if you would put that Caffeine jungle, but it's mostly a support pick. Thane instantly actually picked up. Now Thane is really interesting, man. It's probably some interaction. I mean, it can protect this, what's her face, Caffeine very, very well. But at the end of the day, it's not one of those top tier supports that you would want to pick up. Like, what about that Telenas? Not the Telenas, that Teamy, right? Maybe because SGP wants to pick that up in another game with Telenas. That's why you have to really be careful with this global pick ban. And we have Malok being picked up and Fennec. Fennec is gonna go into the jungle for BRU here. That is usually a pick that a Bang would pick, right? So this is not only picking up a good jungler here for F1 that he can play well, he's also known for his marksman, but also taking away from SGP Bang. And we'll see if this Dextra will get locked in. I forgot to mention at the start of this video, Dextra is available for this quarterfinal. Whew! That's gonna be interesting. They lock it in. SGP is already going for some crazy picks here, okay? We also have a Malok in the support position picked up by BRU. It could of course be a Richter support and a Malok Slayer lane, but I think that is much more unlikely. And yeah, we'll find it out. And it is a Dextra jungle, guys. It is a Dextra jungle. I thought maybe Lubu jungle, but no, it's a Dextra jungle. Now, SGP Bang is always one of the first players to try out these new heroes in the jungle. He was also the first, I think, to play Sinistria jungle. Well, Sinistria is a jungler, right? But I'm saying he was the first one to play the new hero in competitive. And he's doing the same with Dextra. Dextra usually a Slayer laner, I have to say. Not really a jungler, from what I've seen, at least. From what I've tried her on test server and stuff, I think she is a Slayer laner, more so than a jungler. So we'll see how he does. He started at that red buff, Fennec started at blue buff, so they will both just end up in that bottom lane around that dragon. So we might see an early fight here, hopefully. Both teams have some pretty decent fighting capabilities. Crixie level 3 is pretty strong. She has her knockup, she has that decent amount of damage on her S1. So she's decent for a dragon fight. Same for the Raz, you know, both of these heroes want to have their ultimate, but they're both strong before their ultimate as well. That is also a reason why they're so highly valued as mages. It's a really, really important feat to have as a mage for Arena of Valor, because that first dragon fight, you know, you won't be level 4 yet. And yeah, seems like SGP is struggling once again with this riverside control. But I mean, this time it makes sense. They have a Dextra. Now let's check out these enchantments. We have Forest Wanderer on Richter and Hayate, very standard. We have actually Desperate Duel on the support Malok, which is also kind of standard. You don't need Devil's Awakening on him because you have a lot of cooldown reduction from that support item already. The Endless Cycle on the other two, very standard as well. Just get as many Endless Cycles as you can get. BRU already leading here, they get that first Spirit Sentinel. Here we are with the enchantments from SGP. We have that Curse of Death on that Dextra, which is also very standard. Again, just everything standard across the board. Devil's Awakening on Lubu, Forest Wanderer on that Kefani, and just endless cycles. You want to get at least 2 endless cycles, it seems like, in Arena of Valor Esports right now, because you want to have that insurance, you know, that safety. Whenever you mess up, you could just revive some of your members and you will be fine. You won't lose too many objectives. You won't just lose the game instantly, even if you mess up at like the 8-minute mark or something, okay? So yeah, very interesting so far. Both teams just farming. Fennec is really happy with that. Fennec is really happy with just farming, playing the macro game. He just wants to get this Dragon, I would assume, and they're already rotating towards it. However, that Crixie is top right now. The Crixie is top, so it is a 3v3 bottom. They also see that Thane is top. The Richter got poked a lot alongside with that Lubu, both using their ultimates. However, Fennec, of course, with that early game pressure that he has, just does way too much damage to these objectives with that S1. And Dextra didn't seem like a strong early game hero, guys, okay? I don't think Dextra is picked for an early game, and I do think Dextra really wants to have sprint. I know she runs fast with her S1, but I don't know, man. Sprint is pretty cool, you know? You can just run them down with those auto attacks. You don't really have a lot of mobility except for that S1. I know you have that little jump, but it's really not that insane as a Dextra, okay? The jump has a very low range, so it seems like you can get really easily kited by Crixie, Hayate, and Fennec. So we'll see how that will turn out. He's just farming so far. He's going for a Soul Reaver build, so not going for anything attack speed based with that Scorching Wind there, which, you know, you might expect from a Dextra going into the jungle. But he wants that cooldown reduction as well from the Soul Reaver. Yeah, of course, Dextra, I don't know if you guys, she's not out on EU, NA, and Latin America yet, but yeah, she's out in most other servers, okay? Most other servers got her before Lorien as well. We just got Lorien earlier. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on, but it's fine. So yeah, we actually didn't have the chance to try her out yet. I made a video, I made a guide on her from the test server, so you can check that out if you don't know what she does at all. But she basically has that invulnerability. She can't die when she uses her ult. So that should be really fun to check out. Actually, all the damage she gets during the ult turns into healing for her. So it is a pretty crazy hero. We'll see how Bang will perform. So far, this is just a farming game. But again, it is to be expected. I expected this to just be farming and BRU just get a lead because they have a better early game with that Fennec, right? Compared to Dextra. SGP had a pretty good draft going on here. I don't know why they picked Dextra there. That was a little bit of an issue, but we might see her go pretty crazy. They get the first blood finally here. The Raz ends up dropping, uses his endless cycle, so he's almost back to his mid lane. But with that first blood going over to Fennec, that's another look at this gold lead. Fennec is at 3.7k gold, 500 ahead of the enemy jungler, so they're already 1k ahead. So half of that lead, of that team lead, is on their Fennec, which they really want. They want the Fennec to be really fed. They get the second dragon as well, and they are in such a good spot. But beautiful rotation there. They steal away the blue buff from the Fennec. You saw it there on the minimap. I don't know why they keep showing what the action was. Obviously at Fennec's blue buff there, he got forced away, but he didn't die. So he's still happy. He is still happy about that. He is still 500 gold ahead. No issue for him there. And Fennec, you know, he doesn't really need blue buff. He likes it, but he doesn't need it at all. It's fine. As long as he has that red buff to apply his S1 more easily with that slow, no issue for Fennec, okay? So yeah, he's going to clear his mid lane wave as well now. Crixie is roaming bot. She's going to give up that whole wave to him. And yeah, he's just going to... I think he used the ult here as well onto the wave. I'm pretty sure because it's on cooldown. Yeah, he clears out the whole wave. He is chilling. He swoops instantly to that Spirit Sentinel. He gets that as well. And meanwhile, bot lane is getting pressure. Look at this Kefani health. They didn't show the action, but the Kefani was at 1 HP. You can see it on the screen right there on the health bars. And she had to go back. She almost... Oh my god, this thing is going deep. That is too crazy, man. That is insane, my guy. Look at this healing. See that healing? That's the Dextra ult I was talking about, and Raz is able to scoop up that Crixie. In the end, they just force her away. That was some very chat fame gameplay right there. That was pretty crazy. I thought that was crazy. He just went way too deep, but the Dextra was sitting behind, and the Crixie couldn't walk that way, so she had to walk right into Raz's combo basically. So yeah, we have Richter going very tanky with that Mantle of Ra. We don't usually see this build too often, especially in ranked, but in competitive you see it much more often. But still, I feel like Richters lately have been going back to more of a offensive type of gameplay. Keep in mind though, they don't really need a lot of damage coming out from that Richter because they have double marksman and a Crixie, so they have lots of damage on the side of BRU, so it's all good. Oh my goodness, man. They did not have a jungler there, and they still secure that third dragon for themselves. It survived with 73 health there. And they make a cross-map play as well. What is going on right now? SGP is just getting wrecked. Well, this Lubu really tried his best there. Almost kills the Richter. Gotta give props to him for that. But still, man, they just get completely clowned. They just get destroyed right here, SGP. But again, what are you gonna do with that Dextra in the jungle? It's just not, it doesn't seem like a good pick, man. It really doesn't seem like it. It seems a little bit too crazy coming out from SGP. And we have Kefani pushing bot lane. She got 2 towers, so she's happy with that. But it seems like she will end up dying to this Richter here. I don't think she gets away. Yes, she does not get away. She's very happy about that. Meanwhile, Fennec pushing top, gets 2 towers as well. Is this Lubu gonna, is this Malok gonna kill this Thane easily with that true damage support? Malok still has that true damage, still deals a lot. And we have just so many cross-map plays. I can't even follow all the actions, and even the spectators are struggling with it. As you can see, we miss a lot of the kills and stuff. Yeah, they almost get the tier 3 tower. They're not able to quite get it in the end. But man, BRU is so happy with how this game, how this series is progressing so far. Very much, well, almost a copy of the last game. Not really, because they don't have that poke now. They don't have that insane poke where just Nunu is poking everyone down with his Elsu, and just that way they get these advantages. This time, they're just getting it by the enemies having Dextra. I don't know, I'm telling you guys, this Dextra, not too useful so far. It is what it is. I don't know, it would be really sad to just have people win because of draft. But I just feel like this is so far. And he is just going for a full Assassin Dextra build. No Fafnirs, no nothing, what we usually see. Just full Assassin. So I want to see his damage here. It will probably be crazy damage. But again, how is he going to get in there? The Crixie knockup just always waiting for him. Like, how do you do anything? If you go onto the Fennec, he just rolls away and just stuns you. And you have to run through his roll, which is going to repeatedly give you stacks of his S1 and just instantly, like crazy. It's not looking too hot. I want to see a comeback here, but it is really not looking too hot here. Because a comeback, they have the Kefani, right? They have that late game broken marksman. And they have a Raz that can really just one-shot this Fennec or this Hayate. So they can level the playing field here, but again, it is really difficult. So far, it's a 4v5. I have to say, Dextra is a non-factor so far. She cannot enter these team fights at all. She cannot do much. Can she split push? I don't even know. That's why you pick your Slayer, because she's supposed to split push, in my opinion. She's supposed to play similar to a Lubu or a Malok, or a Kilgrove, I mean. So yeah, I don't know, man. Not too convinced of SGP right now. Not too convinced. Very convinced of BRU though. This is not SGP just playing badly. They're not playing badly in terms of rotations. Yeah, they messed up the draft, but BRU is just playing flawlessly so far. They're playing insane. They did not make a lot of mistakes at all throughout this whole series. They got that Darkslayer once again. It's 11 minutes into the game. They already got 2 Darkslayers, and they got all the dragons as well. Whew, that is just a very dominating performance. Guys, are you seeing that? That is a devil's handshake on Hayate. My boy is crazy. I'm pretty sure you don't actually get stacks on it by using S1. I'm pretty sure you have to stack it with auto attacks. So that is just crazy. What is he doing? I think Slick Sting is better in every single game, and the enemies have decent amounts of CC, and you don't have Purify. Oh man, guys, I think this will be a comeback by canceling the Hayate ult and then just winning the team fight. We'll see if I'm right. We'll see if I'm right, because this is not a good build, not a good summoner skill for a talent. It's what they're called in AOV. For Hayate here, I do think Purify is just overall much better choice in most games. And if it's not, you go Daze. I'm telling you, you go Daze most of the time. So yeah, we'll see. This will be crazy though. Keep in mind, Flicker Hayate has that pop-off potential, okay? So if he gets a nice ult, Flickers on top of Kefani and stuff, yeah, we can see the opposite of what I just said. We can see Hayate just 1v9ing. They're already doing that dragon again, and it's still, the game is already so wide open. You might think this is the Enraged Abyssal Dragon, but no, it's only 13 minutes into the game. This is still the small dragon. The next one will be, however, the Enraged Abyssal Dragon, I believe. Because it spawns in 2 minutes. I think dragons spawn every 2 minutes, right? Something like that. No, actually less than that, right? I'm not sure. Who cares, guys? Who cares? You can tell me in the comments below. But yeah, Fennec once again just sitting top, just pushing top out. This is huge stomp so far, man. This is even more of a stomp than the last game, I would say. But man, I want to see Dextra do something, guys. Is she really just gonna be so useless? Even the Malok can just run away from her with sprint. Now, keep in mind, Dextra is not really too exciting of a release because she is not too strong. Her kit is very one-dimensional. It's very Kilgroth and Omen-like, where you have to be really strong to just be able to 1v2 in a Slayer lane, and then just, then just be able to split push by yourself, and if they send 2 people, you can 1v2, you don't die, and your teammates just win the 4v3 on the rest of the map. So that is what these heroes are all about, these split pushing heroes. And I think Dextra is not able to do that, from what people are telling me. So she is just not too strong. Oh my god, huge engage S1 flicker by Lubu there. Knocks up a lot of people, and they are able to not get a single kill though, I think. They did not get a single kill there, and they just got blown out. But now, right as I say that, the teamfight progresses and the Kefani just rolls in, and the Dextra... Wait, let me see that again. I was looking at the death timers and stuff. Let me see this teamfight again, because this seemed like a really good teamfight for SGP, but look at this. Never mind. Oh my god, that was all Dextra. Do you see that? That was all Dextra. That was so much damage coming in by Dextra there at the end of that, and she just gets a double kill. Then a Kefani swoops in and gets them with the laser, and they get a total of 3 kills, and they only lose 2 of their members. Man, that seemed really good for SGP, like a really sick engage. But then BRU just completely turned it around, and then right at the end, they overstate their welcome a little bit, and the Dextra just jumps in, and she just blows them out. I didn't expect that much damage, but look at this. It is a full Assassin Dextra, full AD, Fenrir's as well. That is why she did so much damage. And he's 2-0 and 2. Oh man, I want to see if this Dextra is gonna just 1v9 now. This would be so exciting to see. That would be so much fun to see. But again, I still have my doubts. I still have my doubts here. They're getting the Enraged Abyssal Dragon. I think they will get it. Yeah, they just get it. And they get a revive onto that Dextra. So she's gonna be absolutely unkillable. She's going in. She's doing a lot of damage. She's trying to jump onto this. She already used her ult, so she has to back out now. Yeah, she used her ult. You saw her healing there. But she still keeps getting CC'd. See? That is what I'm talking about still though. She still keeps getting CC'd. However, now she's at a point where she's so strong in terms of the damage output that you really, if you mess up once, like in the last fight, you just get one tap instantly, okay? But if you don't mess up, she's still gonna be useless. That's what I'm talking about, okay? If the Crixie hits her knockup like in this teamfight right now, she can't really do much. She just can't really do much. She just instantly gets shut down, instantly gets stopped from pursuing. And yeah, this is still a lead for BRU because they have that first tier 3 tower down. They still have the much better team fighting composition. Again, it is a little bit ruined by Hayate not having Purify, I have to say, and not having Slick Sting. But yeah, other than that, they're still in a really good position. They still have plenty of AoE damage. They still have plenty of ways to just kite this Dextra endlessly. And they also have that Richter who can just jump in deep onto that Kefani, force her away, do a lot of damage, has so much defense with that rock shield as well now, with that S2, with all those tank items. He's going full tank. As I said, he just wants to tank for his team. He doesn't care. Oh my god, we don't even see it on screen. The spectators are awful this game. They don't show the Dextra being slain there, but she does. But now, again, look at this. SGP is still doing quite well here. They still get a return kill. They lose another member for it, but they're not in a bad spot here. They lost the Drake there, so they didn't really do anything with that push. The Dextra overextended, got caught. We unfortunately missed how she died there, but she died to that Richter somehow. Probably just too much true damage coming in, just getting caught, just overextending probably. I mean, he had that Dark Blessing as well, guys. He has his ult. He has that Blade of Eternity as well. I don't really know how that happened. That's pretty crazy, honestly. But again, it wasn't shown on the screen. So yeah, this game just stabilizing a little bit. It's getting a little bit into a stalemate. Both teams have some dropped members there on their teams right now. Okay, both teams waiting for their whole roster to respawn. Both teams just wanting to clear out their jungle once again, wanting to sell those used up Blade of Eternities, get that Death Sickle like the Dextra has already, and stuff like that. And then we'll see another fat team fight in 30 seconds for this Slayer, I would say. Okay, it's spawning in 30, and right after, whoever gets this gets also the Enraged Abyssal Dragon, okay? If there is a fight. Because if there is a fight, and if some members die on one team, that is a double objective free. Oh my god, Fennec is getting caught. He almost died. He almost died to Dextra, and she's still chasing. She's still running after him. She backs out. The Malok goes in deep. Doesn't really get anyone with his ultimate. And now Dextra is dying though. She is dying. She doesn't have ult, I think. She does have the Death Sickle though. It saved her. Meanwhile, Richter ended up dying. The Lubu will die as well. So both teams just very low health bars on some of the members. But in the end, just trading Slayer laners 1-for-1. And I mean, SGP Bang being low, that is a free Slayer. The free Slayer, man, instantly. Double Marksman, Crixie, so much damage coming out from BRU. And they just get the Slayer instantly. They had a little bit healthier health bars there. SGP decided to back out, and they lose the Slayer. However, they are looking for that Enraged Abyssal Dragon. Oh, this is a good trap. This is a good trap by Dextra. They don't see her. Oh my god, look at this one shot. That is crazy. That was such a good trap by him. And the Dextra is still alive. The Fennec drops after his Blade of Eternity. After everything, he just drops. The Richter is still dead. Man, that was crazy. That was absolutely insane. However, the mid laner died as well. Raz ended up dying as well on the side of SGP. So it's still a 4v4 once again. And now this Dextra doesn't really have Death Sickle available, but she will have the Blade of Eternity ready very soon. And that's going to be big. Let me tell you, she has that ult ready up soon again. I would say it should be in a matter of 5 to 10 seconds. She should have her ultimate up again. And then she will try to enter that team fight. She has to watch out for this Crixie. Crixie used ult. She forced the ult out. SGP is winning this one so far. Malok engaging back in, uses ult. Lots of ult already used by BRU. And now the Kefani is just getting dove. She gets dropped, has that Blade of Eternity. And look at the Dextra just completely destroying everybody here. Drops in the end, but gets the 1v2 against Crixie. Drops the Hayate's Death Sickle as well. And there's just team fight on two fronts. SGP losing, well, going even on one, but losing on the second one so far. However, this Lubu won't die, I think. Oh, he will die! The true damage of Malok goes through that rock shield, and he's not able to get away after the Blade of Eternity. Blade of Eternity by Raz as well. The Malok is so low after that rock shield expires. There we go, he's really low. However, I think that's just too many dead members on SGP. Full ace coming in, and BRU is able to finish up this game. That was insane at the end, man. I really thought the Dextra will not be able to do anything, but he really played it well with that trap, especially at the bottom. Everything else was the enemy's mistake, okay? They let the Dextra go jump onto them, but right there, that was just Bang playing really well macro-wise, because he hid in that bush and he just one-shot 2 members. One of them had, well, both of them had Blade of Eternity though. They were able to finish off the Fennec. They weren't able to finish off, I believe, that Hayate though. So still lose the team fight in the end. But man, you have to respect it, man. That Dextra damage was insane. I hope they will show how Dextra died. But they didn't really show it, huh? Yeah, they didn't really show how the Dextra died there in the mid lane. You know, that's what we were trying to see here. And yeah, you can see this Dextra at the bottom. Look how much damage she does. Look just how much damage she does to this Crixie as well, to the Hayate as well at the end. But he is able to just ult her and just blow her out. Survives with his Death Sickle. And yeah, still very, very exciting game, man. Crazy. 2-0 already for BRU, guys. This is a best of 5, okay? Keep that in mind. This is match point already. It's not best of 7, best of 5. Look how much damage Dextra actually did. That's crazy. Because, you know, she really couldn't do anything early game. So this damage is all from late game. So definitely very well played. Who's gonna get this MVP? I don't even know. I think BRU just played well as a whole team again. Malok actually gets the MVP. I would actually disagree. He played definitely well. He had some ultimates that weren't too well placed, I would say. I would probably give the MVP to Fennec, maybe. He was playing very well macro-wise, but again, macro is team effort. So yeah, I think whole team gets the MVP. Everyone played very, very well. Yeah, we will move straight away into this game 3, guys. And there we go with draft number 3, starting off right away here with that Wonder Woman ban on the side of SGP. This time, actually, after this loss, they decided to switch sides. They decided to go for that blue side. They want to have that first pick now for this 3rd game. And again, keep in mind, guys, BRU is at match point. This is only a best of 5. So if they win 3, they win the whole series here. They win this first quarterfinal here for themselves. And yeah, we'll see if they will be able to close it out or if Saigon Phantom is gonna come back. They almost came back in that last game. They almost evened out the series 1-1, but in the end, not enough, and they ended up dropping that game as well to BRU here. BRU banning out that Crixie after they already picked it last game, and now we have a zip ban coming out by Saigon Phantom. This is very interesting. They don't want to first pick Zip then. They don't want to first pick Zip, they want to first pick something else. So they will see what the BRU bans here. Saigon Phantom actually didn't pick Florentino yet. That might be something viable here. Richter being banned here so far, yes, it does get locked in. I feel like we might see something like an Omen or, yeah, okay. Ryoma is up as well. Omen, Ryoma, Richter. These are the 3 that we are looking at here, and they decide to pick up Ryoma. So Ryoma will probably go over to Bang on that jungling position, and man, if he can just play that early game macro finally, because the last 2 games he was just getting completely wrecked in the early game. If he can finally just play his early game comfortably and get to a mid game with a decent gold lead, or at least being even, we might see a very different game. So I'm liking this adaptation by them also picking that blue side for now after you lost 2 games already on the red side. Omen, very, very straightforward pick here. And the Dio-chan is very surprising here. I don't think she would come out, but maybe, you know, who knows, who knows. Maybe they just want to secure their mid laner fast. Nunu is one of the most prominent Dio-chan players. Always been playing her, he just likes her CC, and yeah. We have the Kefani instead of being locked in. Now Kefani might go jungle on F1. We have seen F1 play Kefani jungle sometimes in the past. We might, it's definitely a flex pick here for BRU. Although it's not the best, you know, you need your support pretty much to babysit you and help you with that first clear at least. It can work for sure. We'll see if SGP, what SGP will counter this with. They actually might go for the Dio-chan pick now. They actually might just take away the Dio-chan that was hovered by BRU here. And just say, no, screw you guys, we'll just steal it away from you. But it seems like they're switching it over to that Florentino. And now, actually interesting, we have an Elandor pick, so it won't go, the Ryoma won't go to SGP here, to Bang here. It will actually be played in the Abyssal Dragon lane, I would assume here. Okay, So I think we will see red on this Ryoma, we will see bronze 5 on his Florentino, and we will see Bang in the jungle on his Elandor. That should be pretty nice core roster already. All of them, I mean, we've seen the bronze 5s, every single Slayer laner, he plays them well, Florentino as well. One of his better picks from what I've seen so far. And we have, yeah, just Bang on Elandor. This is the hero he got famous with, okay? This is why he's so looked up, you know, like that's why people look up to him, because of that Elandor performance every time. We have a Timmy ban on BRU coming out, a Dio-chan pick now finally, and we have so many supports, just only supports getting banned. Ormar ban, instant Xenial ban as well, and now we might see, I mean, are we gonna see another support ban? Ooh, we see the Rui ban. The Rui ban. That's really interesting because keep in mind Rui, usually you would want to pair her up with Elandor. Rui doesn't seem too insane for BRU's roster here. It really doesn't. Oh, but with the Omen guys, there's a really high rank strategy where you use Rui and Omen to just duo split push, and now we just lost the overlay. I don't know what's going on now. Okay, there it is, it's back. Yeah, Rui does get banned. Rui and Omen is a very nasty combo. They can go together, split push, right? And as soon as the enemies try to collapse on them, they just teleport both away. So it's a very nice combo. We have a Mina being picked potentially. Mina definitely is gonna work pretty well here, because the Elandor does always these double hits. He always gives you those double stacks, so you can really spam that heal, that S1 a lot there. But does not happen in the end. We have a switch to Grakk. Okay, so this time SGP going for very standard picks. The first two games they went for these interesting picks. Dextra jungle in the second game. First came with that Wonder Woman support. Meanwhile, BRU was just going full standard. This time BRU going for a Grakk pick, which isn't really standard at all. And SGP seems to be going for very standard picks. And now this Chognar might not seem standard, okay? But it is the single biggest Grakk counter in the game. On top of that, they have a Dio-chan as well. So this, if they planned picking Grakk, they should have definitely banned Chognar. They should have just banned Chognar. I guess they didn't expect this to happen because Chognar is not really something you pick often, not really something you see in competitive at all anymore. It's just not that strong of support anymore. I don't know, it just fell out of the meta. I feel like it's still good, but it just fell out of the meta. But here it's making a comeback, man, against Dio-chan, against Grakk. You definitely want to pick it up. And we have a Lorien as well, so that will be a lot of fun. Now let's see what they pick. A last pick here. They still need a jungler here. And Krignac is very an obvious choice, I would say. Is good against Chognar for sure. Can just blow up the Richter, the Ryoma as well. So we'll see. I think they will lock this in for F1. He's also very known for his Richter, for his Krignac. So yeah, it does get locked in. I keep jumbling up these names, man, today. It's crazy. Everything is Richter, for me apparently. Did I lose against the Richter recently? I mean, it always happens. I always lose against Richter. So maybe he's haunting my subconscious. Anyway, game is starting. Game 3 here. As I said, if BRU wins this one, they will win the whole series. However, I do think they are in a huge disadvantage here. Okay, that was the word I was looking for. Because as I said, that Chognar counters the whole team, man. Like, your whole CC is coming from 2 members, and you hard counter both of those with that Chognar. So it's gonna be absolutely crazy. I feel like this is complete opposite of the first 2 games. SGP finally won the draft, and they won the draft very convincingly. Look at this, Forest Wanderer on Ryoma, the Holy Protection, the Sacred Protection on this Chognar. That's really fun to see. That is really fun. And all the other enchantments, very standard. Endless Cycle on the mid laner. Again, I really like the Sacred Protection on Lorien as well, but not the players in esports so far. They only went Endless Cycle. But again, Endless Cycle is just something you have to have on 2 members of your team, at least so far for what we've seen. I'm sure BRU will see their enchantments as well. I'm sure they will have 2 at least. Yeah, there's 2 at least again. And we have again Forest Wanderer just on the marksman. Very standard all around, guys. Endless Cycle on the jungle, Forest Wanderer on the marksman, Endless Cycle on the support, sometimes Endless Cycle on the mid, sometimes not on the jungle and only on the mid, stuff like that. It's very standard. And yeah, this Ryoma already poking this Grakk a lot here. And huge Daio-chan stun actually coming out. Well, the Chognar ult wasn't ready yet, you know, he's not level 5 yet. Level 4, excuse me. So they do end up catching both the Elandor there and that Chognar with that ultimate. However, the Ryoma is able to, not with that ultimate, with that Daio-chan stun. However, Ryoma is able to get a quick return kill onto that jungler actually. So honestly, I would take that trade. I would take that trade for Saigon Phantom. Despite getting caught, 2 members by that beautiful Daio-chan stun, they still win the trade because they lost their support, yeah. However, they got the jungle kill onto their Ryoma in return. So that is really juicy. That is definitely very nice for them. A little bit of a fortunate situation during an unfortunate catch happening on their part. So yeah, and look at this. This is what Bang always does with this Elandor. He, you know, some people play as Elandor, they just farm, they just go for the late game. But he just plays early game already very aggressively. He just dishes out so much damage. Beautiful flicker by Lorien. Catches only 1 member though. Uses the Arctic Orb, does not drop to the Daio-chan ult, and nothing happening in the end of that. Lots of summoner skills being used though. 3 flickers on the enemy side, all of them out on BRU. But while that was going on, while I was talking about the flickers, Omen just gets caught, overextended in the bottom lane. This is gonna be translating into a free dragon for this SGP roster. Bang, very happy to pick that up. Solidifies his gold lead even further. He's already 600 gold ahead of the enemy jungler of that Grakk. That is just a huge difference already, man. And they're already more than 1k gold ahead. They're 1.2k, 1.3k gold ahead here. So yeah, they are in such a good spot already, man. They have the Florentino with that 7 skin as well. Lots of people saying that the 7 skin is actually a little bit more clunky. I mean, I don't notice that because I'm a noob Florentino, but the pro player is using it, so we'll see. Ooh, they go back in. Beautiful Lorien ult coming out by Lak here. Secures his team in the end, 2 kills there. The Omen ends up dying as well again. Overextended a little bit there. And now this silver lining a little bit because the Caffeine is able to finish off the red buff before SGP decides to invade it with that 5v3 going on the map briefly there. Of course, they would be looking straight into invading a buff or pushing down the tower. Mini waves were clear, so, you know, they wanted to get that red. Not able to though. And the bot lane, they do get the tower though. They are already in such a good lead, man. They have the dragon. They're looking at close to 3k. Yeah, pretty much 3k gold lead at 5 minutes, guys. That is the biggest gold lead we have seen so far in this series, okay? So this is the biggest stomp so far that we've seen in this series. Despite SGP looking really just not good in the previous 2 games. And BRU just completely clowning them. This time they are turning it around. Well, mainly because of the draft, guys. Well, honestly, mainly because Lorien is just tearing it apart. He hit 2 great ultimates so far that just secured his team this lead, honestly. But yeah, still, definitely a draft advantage as well because of that Chognar. I'm telling you, man, you will see team fights where Grakk will hit a huge ult, but it will be instantly nullified by the Chognar. You will see team fights where Grakk would maybe start off a kill with a nice hook, nullified by Chognar ult. You will see team fights where Daio-chan will S2 try to flicker in, ult everybody, nullified by Chognar. The Mr. Elefanto is gonna be absolutely crazy this game. So much value from that pick. And he has the purification item as well. So he has double AoE purify for his team. That is a little bit imbalanced, I would say, against this enemy draft. Ryoma gets hooked though, no Chognar close, so he is not able to save him in time. So this is exactly what BRU wants here. But the Daio-chan gets caught as well. They trade 1 for 1. However, you can see that BRU, so far at least, if I would have to predict who wins this series, it is Buriram for me. They played much better in the first 2 games. They drafted much better. 2 out of 3 games so far. Now, while SGP has the better draft, Buriram is still able to make these plays here. They know Chugnar is not close to them, so they just instantly try. They instantly pull the trigger, they try to engage, and they almost got a pretty good advantage here. Dayo-chan died in the end, so this is a 1-for-1. But still, you know, being 5k goal behind, getting a 1-for-1, that is pretty good in my book, you know? So I feel like Buriram is so far just the better team in general. We'll see if I'm wrong. We'll see if I'm wrong. So far, at least, you know? Now, keep in mind, the later the series goes on, the more different picks have to come out from these players. So maybe Buriram is really great, each at like 4 different heroes, 3 different heroes. But then as soon as they have to reach deeper into that champion pool pocket, then they get worse than SGP. Maybe SGP can play 8 heroes really well, or 7, 6, you know? Something like that. It's very interesting to think about stuff like that. And Florentino gets caught completely. He tried to get a 1v1 kill, but is not able to do anything. He gets completely collapsed, and this kind of throws the lead a little bit because it gives Buriram a lot of breathing room once again. They will be able to clear that wave. I think top lane, the Dayo-chan is almost there. Just, ooh, but she's getting a little bit dove here. I think the Grakk is getting completely pressured. I have to say something. The observers this series are really hot garbage. That is awful observing here, guys, okay? It has to be called out. We are missing so much action on the screen, and I'm always watching the minimap and have to watch these health bars at the side as well. Otherwise, I just miss action. Yeah, look at this. Huge Grakk ult. But again, the Chognar ult and Purify item, it completely denied it. It was a 3-man Grakk ult. You know what I mean? And it completely denied it. Now, granted, they still traded a couple kills back and forth. I can't keep count because of the endless cycles being used. However, they still get the mid lane tower. So SGP is really happy about this. They are super happy about this one still. Despite the enemies just getting... Man, that was like a 3 or 4-man Grakk ult. That was insane. By Easylindils. What's his name? Easylindils, I think. Easylindils. Okay. Maybe he plays Lindis. No, bad joke. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Man. Trying my best. Anyway, ooh, huge hook coming out. But look at this. Look at this. He still saves him with the Purify, with the ultimate. However, the Grakk ult, the flicker afterwards beautifully followed up and is able to still get that Ryoma. Man, I'm telling you, bro. This Grakk is insane because he's getting these plays against, and he went for the AP support item. I love him so much. Man, I'm telling you, AP Grakk is insane. I always said, guys, honestly, if I play support Grakk now, I just play in full AP. I think it's the best build, full AP support Grakk, because honestly, you're so squishy anyway. I feel like Grakk, even if he goes full tank, he's still kind of squishy. And at the end of the day, you're not a Baldum who like jumps in or like an Ormar who just stays inside the enemies for a long time, you know? Because honestly, hey, we don't stay inside of anyone for a long time. That's why the ladies are disappointed. I'm kidding. Whew, chill. There's a team fight going on and you're just talking about dumb jokes, Shurko. Chill. Be professional. That's why you're not hired, Shurko. That's why you're not hired for this. It is what it is. Anyway, now, as I said, Grakk doesn't go in and just stay in the team fight for a long time. He just hooks and then ults, and then he just waits, you know? He just chills out and then hooks again. He doesn't auto-attack people. He's not Ormar who like has that passive that auto-attacks. Oh my god, huge hook again. Lorien has to instantly flicker out but uses his Arctigor, but I think he will die. No, he does not die. Beautiful S1, S2 to jump away from the Kricknack ult. I feel like Kricknack could have timed that better. I think Lorien should have died because you have a lot of travel time of your S1 before you can jump to it over the wall. So I think he could have definitely killed him. Mistimed it there, unfortunate. But yeah, this is a pretty big game, man. This is a really, really nice back and forth here. But you can see, Saigon Phantom had such a huge lead early game, and Buriram still crawled back completely now, okay? So that's why I keep saying Buriram definitely one of the top teams in this tournament so far, because SGP was set to be one of the top teams, and they're struggling a lot here against this Buriram. yeah, I will of course check out more quarterfinals and stuff. And as the time goes on, I will be able to cast my predictions on who might win. But BRU definitely seeming, from all the games we checked out so far, like one of the cleanest teams here. We'll see. We'll see if that will be the case though. Easy free Darkslayer actually going over to the side of Saigon Phantom here because BRU had their jungler positioned in the bot lane, just pushing out that wave, which is, yeah, you know, it's difficult for them to fight. So it's still difficult for them. They're still 4k gold behind, around about 3k only, 3k. Honestly, ooh, the Grakk tries to just nuke that Mr. Elefanto, but is not able to. The Juggernaut just runs away. And yeah, we'll see, we'll see. You can see once again the thing that I was talking about with Joker, the Ryoma also going for a Muramasa and a Spear of Loneliness. It is very standard to go for both of these nowadays. On these, at least on Joker and on Ryoma. But yeah, well, on Joker you go for a rank breaker, right? Keep that in mind. But yeah, anyway, SGP very, very confident here. They have that Slayer Dragon, okay, the Drake. They have it positioned in the bot lane and he's really slow pushing, okay? In that bot lane, he's just accumulating those minion waves there. He has a double minion wave and the Drake. It is huge right now, and they have those buffed up minions in the other lanes as well. BRU really wants to clear this out. I don't think you care about this dragon. This dragon does not matter at all, because it's a small dragon. It's not the enraged abyssal dragon yet, so it really doesn't matter at all. We have a rock shield already coming out by Florentino and by Ryoma actually, Omen actually. So that's pretty insane. Rock shield on Florentino. I mean, it is really OP. As I said, it's a really OP item. I don't know, I uploaded that Irie rock shield video. It's honestly just really OP. Makes her work really well. It is what it is. You don't die at all anymore. It's just really insane. Alright, let's check this out. Let's see if SGP is gonna be able to get this first tier 3 tower. Juggernaut gets hooked, but he has his ult. He has his ult. He uses his ult, I think, there, and they just are able to trade. No, he uses his ult at the end. But they are just able to turn around the fight, man. The Juggernaut gets caught, but they're still able to turn around the fight. Huge play by Lorian there, ends the game, I would say. Yeah, I think that's a game-ending play. He jumped in at the end and used his Arctic Orb and blew them out. And this is definitely game-ending play. Huge team fight there coming out by SGP, and they're just able to end it just like that. I didn't expect that. That was really well played there at the end. Seems like they're showing some of their mechanical brilliance, which is what they're hyped for, right at the end there. That was really, really nice by that Lorian. So yeah, let's see who gets the MVP. I would say Lorian for me, for sure. 100%. He just 1v9'd that game pretty much. His team played well, but man, he had so many good plays. I mean, even here, I think we'll see. I think this was a good ult by Lorian as well. It was okay. Never mind. Of course, it doesn't show the cool ones. Feels bad, man. I was gonna hype him up here, but nope. Nope, I guess not. They just show, but look at this Lorian play. Look at this. Look at this. He's about to die, right? Look at this. He's about to die and he just jumps back in, uses Arctic Orb, blows out that Dio-chan, and the Ryoma is able to flicker onto the Kephany and blow her up as well, and they get the ace. Just beautiful, honestly. Very nice Lorian gameplay. I hope he's MVP here. Look at his damage. He has to be MVP. 65k damage, while you have Bang on his Alandor on your team. You out-damage my boy by 12.6k damage. That is pretty impressive, okay? 13.6k, excuse me, I can't do math. That is very impressive, honestly. You can see that little curve when the BRU roster was getting back into the game a little bit, so yeah. Definitely, BRU still, in my opinion, I predict them to win this so far. Bang gets the MVP, but that's just cringe, man. The junglers get MVP so often, but it was definitely Lorian just playing really, really well that game. Well, we will move straight away into Game 4 right now. There we go, we are in Game 4 draft here, and we have instantly a Kira ban coming out by BRU United Esports, and an Alandor ban coming out by SGP. So both of the junglers that they, BRU picked in that first game, Saigon Phantom picked that Alandor in that first victory of theirs right now. Both of them are gonna be out We have a Richter ban as well from BRU and a Zip ban coming out by Saigon Phantom now. Now keep in mind, best of 5, still a match point for BRU, and we'll see if Saigon Phantom can bring it back with a reverse sweep. That would be absolutely crazy. Definitely still not easy for them to get. The last game was very good, very well played by them, especially that last push as we saw. But yeah, BRU definitely seems to still have the upper hand in this series. We have a potential Wonder Woman first pick. I would really like that. The Ryoma is up as well, guys. Keep that in mind. And SGP cannot pick Ryoma anymore, okay? Yeah, they lock in the Wonder Woman first pick. Now they could go for a Wonder Woman in the jungle, a Ryoma in the Abyssal, in the Slayer lane, which would be insane. They would have insane early game power. They would have insane rotations. However, that Omen pick coming out by SGP along with that Crixie, the Omen is really good against Ryoma, so we might not see that. We might see a Ryoma jungle with a Wonder Woman in the Slayer lane, or even a Ryoma jungle with the Wonder Woman in the support position and something else in the Slayer lane. Or we might just see that Lubu coming out in the Slayer lane, no Ryoma picked for this game, maybe in the next game, you know, they can still save that. Oh, they're switching it, They might want to get this Ryoma, but they have to be careful, because Ryoma really gets hard countered by Omen, as far as I know. Okay, so, well, at least in the later levels, okay? Early game you can clown on Omen, but later on, you get destroyed by Omen. So, yeah, it's gonna be definitely very difficult for SGP, or for BRU to stop SGP from split pushing late game with that Omen, okay? Yeah, we might see what I'm talking about. Support, Wonder Woman, Omen in the, Lubu in the Slayer lane, and the Ryoma in that jungle position. Or we might see Ryoma in the mid lane position as well. Like, guys, there's crazy stuff. They have so many flex picks here. Even Lubu can go jungle in the end, okay? So I'm really loving BRU's flex here. Yeah, we'll see what they will flex these heroes, into which roles they will put them. And we have just a pretty standard Ryoma, Ormar pick coming through here. It seems like lots of supports already picked out throughout these first 3 games. So Ormar seems like a pretty good one to give you some nice early game, to give you some nice CC against all these melee heroes here. Ryoma is kind of ranged, but still definitely not bad. Yeah, I like it. It's gonna protect your marksman as well. It's gonna give you some nice early game along with that Crixie, you know. She will be able to knock someone up, you follow up with those stuns. I'm liking it. Also with Omen, it synergizes well because the enemy can't walk away from the Omen ult. So you could just ult on top of the Omen ult with your Ormar ult, and it is really not that bad. We'll see what they ban out. I definitely expect them to ban out, yeah, mid laner. Mid laner is really obvious here because the Wonder Woman can go support, but there's no mid laner. Well, could be Ryoma mid lane, as I said, with some Pain in the jungle or something, although Pain is not as strong as he used to be, so the teams aren't really picking him up as much anymore. We have a Lorien ban and a Raz ban, so still just banning mid laners is very, very smart here. I really agree with it. Tulan jungle is also still up, okay? Tulan jungle is something that we are seeing more than Pain even lately, so we might see BRU going with that Tulan jungle. I would love to see it. Ryoma mid, Tulan jungle, hey, sign me up for this, okay? Wouldn't be too bad. And we could also see a marksman jungle still coming out by BRU. We have a Violet and what's it called? Fennec ban coming out by BRU here as well. I feel like Lindis is something very interesting here that could be picked up. I like the Yorn. The Yorn is really OP on the patch that they're playing on. It's not the newest patch that I made a recent patch rundown on, it was the one before, so Yorn is not nerfed. He is absolutely crazy. He will get protected by that Ormar. However, keep in mind, Lubu has Flicker, S1 Flicker on top of Yorn, he's dead. Ryoma has so much mobility as well. Wonder Woman as well. Oof, it's a very risky pick, but it's also a very high reward because if he can stay safe, he is gonna annihilate these 3 enemy heroes so far. He's gonna do so much damage to them. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what they pick here. I am definitely very interested. I want to see I'm more interested in BRU's pick. They lock it in, the Yorn. I'm more interested in BRU's pick. I want to see maybe a Lindis here, okay? A Lindis would be very interesting because the enemies don't have anything that can jump on top of her yet, okay? And the only thing that the enemies can pick is still a jungler, which we have a Thorn. I think it's gonna be a Thorn jungle. I think it's gonna be exactly what I was talking about earlier. I think it's gonna be a Wonder Woman support, Abyssal Dragon Ryoma, Slayer Lane Lubu. Never mind, they switch it up again. Pain being picked up, so it might be a Ryoma mid. Oh man, see, they have so many options. They have so many options. I would honestly, ooh, they switch it to Telenas. Now Telenas and Wonder Woman are a really good combo as well, because she can really protect the Telenas really well with her ultimate, giving her the shield, with that CC coming through, hooking enemies away from her, all of that good stuff, you know? I do think we will see Ryoma mid, Pain jungle. I think this is gonna be really fun. This is really, really nice. And the Zeph is just coming out, man. Zeph is so underrated, always one of the, he's always strong. Throughout the last 3 years since this game was released, he's always good. He's always a solid pick. He's never weak. He's always just really strong. Hasn't been very OP for a long time, but on the edge of it. You know, he just has so many nice base stats, you know, with that passive, just can't die, has a lot of damage as well. And we will see a jungle Zephys here. That's going to be really nice because that's going to clown on this Telenas. Very nice draft by both teams. I'm loving it. We will see that Pain maybe in the mid lane. Maybe in the mid lane they swapped. Look at this. But they can still swap them around. I want to see Ryoma mid. I think it's more fun. I think it's cooler. Flicker Ryoma is also more, yeah. Okay, I feel like Pain is better in the jungle because he can get that that jungle item, you know, is a lot more accessible than an Apocalypse. The build is a lot more accessible in general. Oh, they swapped it, see? It is a Pain in the jungle in the end. Okay, it's a lagging a little bit, but I think it's the... Yeah, it's them, it's not me. It's not me, it was them having a little bit of a glitchy connection there. But yeah. Very nice. We have the Wonder Woman in the support position, as I said. Not bad, guys. This is gonna be very, very exciting, hopefully, okay? Again, BRU is at their match point, man. If they win this, it is GG, my guys. This series is over. And they have one more chance afterwards as well. So many Curse of Deaths, not a single endless cycle. Now, these are Chad gamers right now. I'm disappointed by the Sacred Protection on Telenas. I think... Forest Wonder is just so good in general on her, you don't want anything else, but everything else makes sense. Again, Forest Wonder on Ryoma is a little bit better than Curse of Death as well in my opinion, but they have so much damage. However, SGP is still bringing those 2 endless cycles, everything else is very standard as well there. So yeah, 2 endless cycles, guys. They will have a huge advantage in the early game. And they're already winning this early game. Beautiful Flicker S2 coming out by the mid laner of SGP right there. He played a phenomenal Lorien game last game. We'll see if he can bring that momentum into this game 4 as well. Ooh, the Zephys gets a little bit hooked, but he doesn't really care. He's not even level 4 yet. He just ganked level 3 and it succeeded. So he's already in a really nice lead. Just doing very well for himself there. Everyone has 4 Arctic Orbs actually on the side of SGP, and it seems like this Telenas will instantly get bullied. As I said, the Zephys can just bully her so hard. I think that might be a kill. No, they're not able to get her. At the end, the S1 of Crixie wasn't up yet, unfortunately, but they almost get the first tower in 2 minutes only into the game. That is absolutely insane. The Ryoma flickers away from that Yorn ult, however, the Pain gets the Ormar but dies for it. Definitely not worth. You don't want to lose your jungler for support like that. And this is already blowing up into SGP's favor. They are coming into this game completely revitalized. Just really hyped from that first victory that they got in that game 3, I guess. And yeah, seems like BRU is a little bit disheartened here. They seem to be playing a little bit. I mean, they're getting caught a lot, you know. Top lane, Lubu just dying. Like a lot of very awkward gameplay so far coming out by BRU. But definitely SGP just, you know, you don't expect a level 3 Zephys to gank you and stuff like that. It is definitely well played. and it seems to be resting all upon Bang right now. He got that first gank top, level 3. Again, you don't expect that. You have clear timers in your head as a Slayer laner when you can go deep and when you will get ganked. And that wasn't a timer where you should get ganked. You still got ganked, very well played by Bang. And he instantly goes bot, hits level 4, goes bot, dives that Talnas, secures the first dragon, secures the first turret. Yeah, very well played. Of course, again, macro is team effort. Everyone is talking about it and stuff. Everyone is in their voice communication software, talking where to go, what to do. But still, we have to give credit to the jungler. Especially for that level 3 gank. I would say that is just the jungler call there. Very nicely planned out. Completely winning this game so far. They are not in a huge gold lead though. They're only in a 700, 800 gold lead, which really isn't too special. This Ryoma forces the flicker onto the Yorn. That is really good information. We might see if BRU can make some more plays on top of that Yorn now for the next 2 minutes while his flicker will be down. I think they will try to play around this top side now. They already put that Telenas top as well. So yeah, I feel like we will see them trying to dive this Yorn and try to just push this tower completely top to even out the map a little bit. However, that will mean free dragons for SGP, and they know that. They know that the dragon is free anyway. They know BRU will put all the resources top to kill this Yorn, and that's why they don't have to put all the resources to the dragon. They can just leave 1 or 2 people there and just secure it with just those, with the advantage Zephys has, and they just, yeah, just push everyone else top so the Yorn doesn't get dove. So very nice read there by SGP as well. And yeah, this dragon is up right now. It's not going to be taken for quite some time because, as I said, a lot of people top and the pain was actually in the vicinity. However, Yorn is still getting dove, still gets killed there. Beautifully played. They are not able to protect him enough against that Wonder Woman just jumping on top of him, using that ult. This Lubu going a little bit too deep there, trying to poke, but he is very low. He has that ultimate available though, so he is comfortable. And the Omen does not have his ultimate available. Ooh, look at this Lubu, trapping the Omen a little bit. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good for Omen, for Lubu, yeah, this is a dead Omen, I think. Pain is coming as well, the observers are missing everything as well, the action. You saw that Omen flickered at the end there, you saw him move on the minimap suddenly, that is a flicker right there. You can also see that it's just on cooldown. So yeah, ooh, the Lubu gets caught, that's a kill for Bang, they turn around the situation. Very well played. Zephys does so much damage, guys, despite being so tanky. I keep saying it. His kit isn't really too flashy, it isn't too special, but he just has a lot of mobility, lots of good, decent amount of burst. Not as much as the new heroes, not as much as these OP new heroes, but still just a very decent pick. Gets caught a little bit here, but you can see that passive doing wonders for him. Not taking a lot of damage. Not taking a lot of damage, man. Just always a stellar pick in the jungle. Fits every team comp, just always a decent pick, man. Really underrated, I think. Could be picked more often by the pros as well, I would say. And especially in solo ranked as well. Definitely a really great pick. Really great 1v9 type of hero. Zeph is getting a little bit pressured here. He's in this 1v2, but he should be fine. He can't really die. He has his ult to jump out. He has his passive to sustain his health high up, and he is going to go for that Spear of Longinus build with the Leviathan. That's going to be giving him a lot of cooldown reduction and a lot of tankiness as well, while also just giving him a decent amount of burst still. Not as much as Soul Reaver into Spear of Longinus would do, but, you know, still definitely going to be dealing plenty of damage there. And his team is going to be able to follow that up with some nice Yorn auto attacks. Ooh, Ryoma getting completely caught. He tried to roll out, but he rolled into the wall, unfortunately for him. Gets caught out. And yeah, honestly, this is Saigon Phantom definitely playing well in the early game. However, in these last 2 minutes, you saw not much happen. I think they could have gotten many more advantages in those last 2 to 3 minutes. However, they played a little bit too defensive, I think. And now it's just Ryoma messing up. You know, he just gets caught in the dragon and into the Slayer pit. And they just get a dragon and a Slayer on top of that. So again, I don't feel like... I'm still defending my point about BRU probably being the better team so far. I'm sure you can see it as well, guys. Wonder Woman tries to get the lasso onto this. Armar is not able to. The Pain will not be able to jump in deep there either. He will be a little bit too overextended, so he decides to back out. And the Pain actually goes for that soaring aura, okay? That little sword, that glowing sword that he has in his inventory. Not a lot of people even know what that item does. It does magic pierce around you, so you shred the magic resistance of the enemies, which is also gonna help your Telenas. You will make her deal more damage as well, because you will also give her magic pierce on her S1 magic portion of those auto attacks. But the thing is, usually you buy that item, usually Evil Secrets is just better, and you buy that item only if you have a mage in the mid lane as well, okay? So I'm not sure what to think here. It's still fine, you know, it still gives you some health. Basically the trade-off is more health, but less cooldown reduction, no cooldown reduction at all, compared to Evil Secrets. It might be a little bit cheap, more expensive, but I'm not sure. Good Wonder Woman ult, giving her team a full shield there, but she still drops in the end, and they are not able to pick off that Ormar, man. They just lose the Wonder Woman support there, they lose that Ryoma at the end as well, and this Telnas barely gets away. The Ormar is so incredibly tanky, and the Lubu will get followed up as well by that Zephys. He uses the Arctic Orb so the Lubu can't heal. Beautifully played by Bang, man. Just such a good jungler mechanically. He tanks the minion wave. He wants to push the tower. So well played, man. I think they will be just able to end this. Almost, just off of this. If they can kill the enemies here, it's GG. That's crazy. The Pain ult completely misses. He ends up dying. The Ryoma is dying as well. There's a minion alive, and they will be able to end this because they're tanking it up. Wow, what a game, guys. This was my favorite game so far, just because of that last push, man. Insane. Insane. But man, SGP is really dangerous. Their team fighting is so good. Their early game macro really needs work, okay? This game they had stellar early game macro, but the first two games really not too good. The third game as well, they had a very good early game macro, but then mid game they dropped it a little bit. They didn't keep up the speed, you know? They dropped the mid game macro and they lost a lot of their lead. They still were able to finish the game in the end. And now this time, but again, it was similar fashion to this time. Last game they finished it with an insane last push, just insane, decisive pushing, diving, and just dismantling the enemies mechanically. This time again, they destroyed them. Very well played at the end, man. That is gonna put a dent into your psyche. I'm telling you, BRU is really afraid right now, man. They lost 2 games in a row. This is SGP's game to, I think now I'm actually gonna change my prediction. I think SGP is gonna win this last game just because of their mental edge now. They are confident now. Look at this golden graph. Just at the end it explodes. Crazy, man. 46k damage as well by Zephys. Definitely Zephys MVP, very easy here, man. No one has to think about that one. That was just very well played on Bang's part. And man, that is just crazy. He has 84.6% kill participation as well. And yeah, just crazy game, man. I'm really excited to check out this game 5 now. I can't wait. So yeah, I'll see you right away. Alright guys, there we are back with the last match of this series. This should be absolutely crazy right now. We have a Kira and a Richter ban on the side of BRU, and on the side of SGP we have that Zip and a Landor ban once again. They really don't want BRU to get this Landor. BRU instantly picks up the first pick Superman. That is crazy right now. First pick Superman. Remember, SGP banned it twice this series so far in the second rotation, but now BRU just wants to first pick it, man. They don't care anymore. Yena being picked up as well here, it seems like, by SGP, and a Sinistria. Wow, that would be so exciting. Bang Sinistria. As I said in an earlier game in this video, Sinistria actually, Bang was one of the first people to play Sinistria in esports. So yeah, he's definitely well versed in her mechanics, in her playstyle. We'll see how well he will do. It combines the best of both worlds, you know. She can be played as a marksman and as an assassin. It's just a really crazy hero. Oof, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. Let's think about what BRU should pick up here, okay? The enemies picked up a Slayer laner, well, potential Abyssal Dragon laner as well, because that's in Astria. I don't know if you need a second marksman, because as I said, she can act as a marksman pretty much. So yeah, we'll see where this Yena will go. But BRU, of course, has their Superman, which will most likely go into a Slayer lane. And now BRU thinking about what to pick up here. If they don't pick a jungler here, then we will definitely see lots of jungle bans. So that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe you should pick up a jungler here, but they decide to go for that mid lane and for that teaming, okay? So what they do basically is the enemies can't pick a mid laner and a support right now. So they will have to make one of these choices, and BRU will just ban out the other choice. That is, yeah. So Zata maybe coming through. That would be really exciting as well. Lorien already really huge, man. They wanted that Lorien. I'm pretty sure it would have been banned otherwise if they didn't pick it here, because it did so much work in that game 3 for Cyclone Phantom on Lack, you know? So makes sense to pick it up early here, because I really think this is a clutch hero that should be banned in that fifth game. Actually, they pick up a support Malok, it seems. He can also go into the Abyssal Dragon lane, okay? So this is kind of a flex pick, but most likely going to be a support Malok. So now I definitely think just mid lane will be banned out here for BRU. They banned the D-Rock already, they're hovering it. I would like to see maybe a Zata and a D-Rock ban. But honestly, it depends. It just depends what they feel like banning here. They also have a Moran ban on the other side, because they do not have, BRU does not have a marksman at all yet. So what we will probably see here, SGP is ban out 2 marksmen and then pick one for themselves, and then BRU doesn't have any marksman choices, any viable ones at least. Laville is still up. These teams are really not playing Laville at all anymore. I feel like Laville is still a good pick. We might honestly just see it here on SGP. It's good against Superman as well. So yeah, we might just see the Laville. And we have an Ignis ban as well. So lots of these CC mid laners getting banned to accommodate that Superman pick. Ooh, Sephara. So it might be a mid lane Malok Sephara support. We might see that. But do you have to pick Sephara here? I don't think you have to, man. I think you try to take away the marksman. I think you try to take away the marksman here. I think you pick that Violet, absolutely. I was gonna say, you pick that Violet and you pick away the marksman from the enemy team. And suddenly the enemy team has to go for something like a Slims, you know, for something like a Valheim, but it seems like they're going Slims themselves anyway. Seems like they're going Slims so far. Slims in the jungle for F1, I would say. I thought they would go for a side lane marksman and just something like a... I mean, Lindis, guys. Lindis is still up. What's the issue with Lindis? Remember, F1 is known for his Lindis. Like, so known for his Lindis, man. He always picks Lindis in these clutch situations. What is wrong with Lindis here? Last game she could have been picked. This game she could be picked as well, I think. What really destroys Lindis? Nothing really. I mean, Max would destroy Lindis really hard. But it also destroys any marksman. So, I don't know. And again, Laville not really being picked up. It's a little bit interesting. Is he bugged or something? I feel like Laville is insane still, guys. So, I don't really know why they are deciding against Laville lately, all the time in these pro matches. But yeah, we also have a Varus pick. Now, this Varus is gonna go into the Abyssal Dragon lane. She is a little bit buffed, but she's not really insane right now. She's decent. She's definitely strong, but it doesn't seem like a pick that you would expect here. I mean, most of these teams even pick up Arthur before they go to a Varus pick, right? So yeah, and maybe a Max coming through. Max is really good against Superman, I would say. You have a lot of CC onto him. Max is really good against that Slims, and Max has a lot of heal reduction in his passive. So he's gonna reduce the healing of that Varus, he's gonna reduce the healing of that Lorien, and I'm pretty sure he reduces the amount of health you respawn with that team ult, because that's how it works. I think that's what people used to say, at least. I never really bothered testing it, but that's what people used to say when TB first came out. So yeah, both rosters filled out. I think it's a Malok mid, right? Yes, it's a Malok mid. It's a Sephara support. It's a Daze Max. Max has Daze. This is the craziest series one of the craziest series we've ever seen. That is so insane, man. So many stupid and weird picks coming out, especially by SGP here, though. Whoo! Let's check this out, man. I don't even know what to put in the thumbnail. I have no idea what to put in the thumbnail. Do we put Max with Daze in the thumbnail? Do we put Dextra in the thumbnail? I don't even know, man. It's just absolutely crazy game. Let's check out the enchantments here. Very standard Desperate Duel onto that Varus. And we have that Forest Wonder. Believe it or not, it is standard, as I made that video like 2 months ago about that on Superman. And then we have 3 Endless Cycles to round out that roster. Let's check out SGP's enchantments. Probably gonna look very similar. Yeah, Desperate Duel on the Slayer laner. Actually, Curse of Death on Yena. We see Forest Wonder on Yena very often nowadays, or Desperate Duel, but very rarely Curse of Death. So he wants to do a little bit more damage than usual. And we have 2 Endless Cycles and Forest Wonder on Sephara, which is super standard. Really, really good on her. So yeah, let's see. This is gonna be crazy, guys. I have no idea who wins this. Let's analyze the team compositions. I would say BRU won this draft. They have a very strong marksman, and this Max with Daze does not have any escape, so he's just gonna be taken down. They instantly focus him, they instantly try to gank him, and they are able to. So again, they have a very strong marksman with a teamy support, which is always really nice. They have a Lorian, which is just absolutely insane. They have Superman, which can really pop off here because the enemies don't have a lot of CC that will stop the Superman. The Sephara slow is not enough to stop Superman while he is using his ultimate, okay? It is not enough. Also, the Sephara auto attack is enough, but the first slow, the first little thing is not enough. But the auto attack afterwards that follows up slows a little bit more, especially with Forest Wonder, that's enough. But that is so slow, the Superman can run away from it, literally. So he can still get like one more push or something. They have the Max with Daze to counter him, obviously, but again, Malok can't really stop him unless he ults him, but Superman can fly out of that. The Sinistria can't really stop him unless she ults him, which is situational. Sometimes he will have less HP than you, so you don't want to ult him. And stuff like that, right? The Yena has to get the combo onto him first before she can stop him. And he has that Purify as well, so we might see Superman really pop off here, okay? We might see him pop off. They also, BRU secured that dragon as well. So again, you can see BRU is playing this better. They have the better draft once again, I would say here, like those first 2 games. So it seems like they are fine. Again, seems like they're not mental boomed yet. Again, I want to remind you, this is a double elimination tournament. So even if they lose here, it is not the end of the world. So they're not like super stressed out or anything. They know they can bring this back if they played well, just like the first 2 games. And even the 3rd game, they almost brought it back. So yeah, huge Lorian ult is gonna finish off that Max, dodges the Malok ult with his S2 and gets revived by Timmy. Such a good team fight. And look at Superman, he gets away. Wow, what a stellar performance by this whole roster right now. The Varus follows up as well. This is BRU playing pixel perfect. They all escape beautifully and they get all the kills as well. 3 kills going to their name. The Yena has to escape, but he's gonna get caught by the Superman. Wow, guys, did you see that team fight? That was a work of art. That was the best team fight I have seen by a single team in many months in AOV Esports, okay? This is literally on the level as that Pain and Kirito combo that we featured once, right? Where he just brings the Kirito in and completely blows them out. That was crazy, just everyone playing so well, especially Lorian though, setting everything up. Beautiful timing on that ult onto Max's Arctic Orb and everything, and they don't stop. See, BRU doesn't stop. They instantly pressure again. They keep pressuring this side of the map now. They don't stop. The SGP roster stopped their aggression in the last 2 games and lost a little bit of that lead. I don't know if BRU will lose this 1.5k gold lead now. Already 1.5k, 5 minutes into the game. This is a very comfortable lead for them. And I don't know, they didn't lose this lead in the first 2 games. I don't know if they will lose it in the 3rd game. Definitely banking on BRU so far. Yeah, this is also tough for SGP instead of their mental, because they were really ahead these last 2 games, man. They played so well, and now to just be crushed right in the early game like that, that is definitely pretty disheartening. Now, Varus and Malok just clearing that mid lane very happily together. And gonna try to roam to the top. We might see a huge teamfight breakout. Varus is trying to trade a little bit with Malok, but she seems to have gotten the shorter end of that one. Huge Lorien ult, just does the damage though, but huge Slim Spear to follow up after the Yena, after Yena's Arctic Orb is used up, and the Lorien finishes off that max with a long range S1 with that S2 around it. And this is just phenomenal gameplay by this Lorien so far. 3-0-2. He is looking at a lot of kill participation on, not 100%, but still he is chilling, you know, he's in a really good spot. The Teamy still has his ultimate up, so this should be a very easy dive here, guys. Never mind, they lost the minion wave. They have to back out. The max ult was coming as well. He will cancel it and just stay here and maybe try to get this Spirit Sentinel, but he does not do so. He just resets it, but very well played, honestly, by Bronze5 there. He uses the ult to force them away from the Malok as well, and then just resets the Spirit Sentinel, because you saw the Slims instantly turning around to try to get it. Superman is just going to clear this wave very comfortably there. And man, he's going for that Mail of Pain first item, which is not something we see usually, but it is good against Yena, it is good against Sinistria. So yeah, I probably would have still gone for the Shield of the Lost. I would probably prefer that, honestly speaking. Wow, what a good Lorien ult. He hits both, he jumps in deep once again, and he flickers out at the end. And yeah, just really well played, man. I think this Slims gets caught in the end. Very well played by Yena to bring at least one kill back there. But yeah, it didn't matter because Slims had endless cycles, so he's already coming back. But still, this is a huge turnaround by SGP, honestly. They got a decent amount of kills there. I think 3 kills in total. So they're looking pretty good. Unfortunately, this Max dies in the end. Okay, the Lorien is not able to get out the ult onto... Man, this is some impressive Lorien gameplay, I have to say. This is really, really nice Lorien gameplay. Definitely very impressed. Good job to Nunu here. Both these mid laners, honestly, shining bright on Lorien so far throughout this series. And that's an easy kill again. Again, a setup and almost finished off by that Lorien. Ooh, huge Slim Spear. She has ult. But they forced the Sephira to use her ult. That's always good. Let's take a look at these builds. Very standard on all ends. I would say Assassin Sinistria. Spear of Longinus might be a little bit interesting. On max, he wants to do some damage, it seems. And now he's going to go full tank most likely. The Yena just going standard Spear of Longinus into a tank item, it seems like. Probably just going to stay at that little Knight's Plate and go for maybe an Omni Arms or go for maybe a Fenrir's, is what we usually see. On the other side, we have very standard builds as well, except for that Mail of Pain on Superman, as I said. It seems like he's going for the Medallion of Longevity, okay? Or no, Amulet of Longevity, excuse me. But that's going to be really nice on Superman, such a good item on him. We might also see a Rock Shield coming out by him. Wouldn't be surprised at all by that. I think it's great on him. And yeah, BRU still, even after that last team fight, brought it a little bit back for SGP. BRU is still in a very huge lead. They're still in around a 2.3k gold lead. They get the Dark Slayer as well, so they are super comfortable now. 2.5k gold lead right now, and it is gonna snowball even harder now because they will just keep. Ooh, she uses her invisibility. Okay. It's really tough to catch out Sinistria, let me tell you. It's really tough to catch out Sinistria. Definitely not an easy thing. I should play some more Sinistria maybe. Seeing these pros is always fun, but then I feed, you know. Feels bad, man. Anyway, let's see. Look at Slim's build, man. He is at 9.3k gold, guys. They are funneling everything into him. He is at full items almost. That is insane. He has 3 crit items already. Whew, that's crazy, man. He's gonna do so much damage, it's insane. It's literally crazy. He's gonna just 3-tap this Malok, man. Like, You don't want to see these crits coming out, especially on someone squishy like the Sephira or the Sinistrea. It's just gonna boop boop, 2 spears and they're gone. That's how it's gonna work. Just look at this damage coming in from this little rabbit, man. It is insane. They have the Drake set up, but I think they just win this. But we might see a little comeback because they still have some very, the Malwa ult, you know. The Sinistrea can always split push really well. She can always blow up the team fights because she can get caught and have like 1 HP, but then suddenly heal to full because she ults a tank and just goes crazy on the whole enemy team. Oh, huge Lorien ult. That was, I just want to show that again. He charges the ult out of vision and then just brings it in. That was a very nice. Unfortunately misses on everybody though, and the Malok ult clears out the minion wave. It seemed bad because it missed. But man, that's a nice trick. I'm gonna use that trick for sure. I'm gonna incorporate that in my Lorien gameplay. That was a really, really nice trick. Very well played there. Use it out of vision so they can't see it and then just brings it in. Tries to predict. It's of course difficult because you have to predict where they will be after your S1 hits, but still nonetheless very nice. Huge team fight coming out. I can't even, there's no way to commentate that. That was just a huge combo coming out by everybody on SGP, and I think they got 4 kills there, but 3 endless cycles used. Let me just go back real quick to see that. Yes, 3 endless cycles used instantly here by this Buriram United Esports roster. Wow, man, that was just insane. If they didn't have these endless cycles, if this was 30 seconds later, this team fight at 12 minutes, of course they all disappear, they would have just completely smurfed. They would have gotten at least 2 towers somewhere. Man, that was an insane, this is what I'm talking about. SGP has such nice team fighting skills, man. They're behind 3,000, 4,000 gold. They still get the comeback there. That was just crazy. They don't even have insane team fighting abilities here. They only have the Malok ult, the Max can follow up, but man, what else do they have? Really, not too much. This Sinistrea went really deep there, but yeah, they actually get this comeback. Only 2,000 gold behind now. That is not a big deal at all. They won the last team fight, they can win the next one as well. By the way, Superman also hit everyone there with his ultimate, and they still lost that fight. So this is not looking good for Buriram right now. Ooh, look at this Sinistrea. Oh my god, look how smart this Varus is. She hits her with the auto attacks. Wow, that was actually smart. You see that? That was actually funny. She just hits her in the invisibility with her auto attacks. You know, on EU server, no one really uses the invisibility of Sinistrea like that. I've never seen anyone use it. They just use their auto attacks and stuff. Almost no one plays Sinistrea because she's really difficult to play. And I don't know, they just play their quick knack and stuff. But man, this is interesting to see these things. That's actually really fun. The Malok has to ult out. This is likely a free Slayer. He got caught a little bit. He had to ult out, and this is a very free Slayer now for Buriram. They're still in a really good spot, guys. They lost that last team fight, so they're sweating a little bit, okay? Maybe that mental boom from the third and fourth game might come in here again, because they are sweating a little bit. They don't want to throw this. They're definitely a little bit scared. But yeah, this... what's it called? Lorien has very nice items as well. He has his Arctic Orb, so he can really set up these fights now really well. So he's in a really comfortable position as well. And yeah, the Amulet and the Rock Shield came out by that Superman as well, so he's gonna be super tanky. Gonna have some nice damage as well with those health scalings on his abilities and passive. So that's gonna be really nice for him. That was really bugged. Did you see that? Look at this. Look how bugged that looked. When he look, it looks so weird. It looked like the Drake had the health bar of the minion, but it wasn't. That was kind of weird, man. That was a little spooky. I thought it's past Halloween, honestly. But I guess Halloween comes soon again this year. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Let's see, guys. SGP, are you gonna be able to bring this series all the way back, or are you gonna be able to only equalize to 2-2 and then lose the last deciding match? Let's see if they are able to bring this next team fight into their favor, to get another huge teamfight combo here and get that complete ace. No endless cycles available anymore. That's a game over right there. And it was almost a complete ace, the last teamfight, okay? It was, yeah, 4-4-0. So, man, if they get that again, it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy. However, BRU right now, they're just playing the macro. They don't even want to let the enemies teamfight. They just want to play the macro. Ooh, but Max just full engages. The Sinistria gets ulted, but she ults the Lorien and she survives. She has the endless, she has the Death Sickle, I think, there, survives as well. However, still in the end, just Max dropping. These health bars are really low though, and now the Sephira is actually going crazy and gets a double kill, I think, at the end there. And yeah, SGP did it. They got 2 kills for 1. Only Max dying there in the end. However, while that was going on, they lost the tower. They lost that tier 3 tower. So I think BRU is really happy with this outcome. Honestly speaking, they're super happy with this. Rock shield on this Varus as well, man. Wow, man, these rock shields are just coming out on everybody nowadays. It's such a broken item, but it's honestly really fun. I feel like tanks needed some more, you know, some more tankiness in this game, because they really just drop really fast. So I think it's fine for them to have this this rock shield, right? We'll see though. We'll see if they decide to nerf it. Okay, let's see. This Slayer is enraged, and it is this Abyssal Dragon is enraged, and it is dropping very dangerously low. It is gone. It is going over to that Sinistria, that Dire Blessing buff. So yeah, this is gonna be even tougher now. However, keep in mind, look at SGP's base. They only have 1 tier 3 and tier 2 tower in the mid lane remaining. Everything else is gone. If they lose all these towers, it's most likely GG. They have to engage onto this Slayer now. If they just lose this without a team fight, they will just lose the game, I would say. But they are able to pick up a Superman kill, beautiful Malok ult, pick up another kill, 5-man Lorien ult, but it is too little too late, unfortunately for him. Look at the bottom wave on the minimap. It is pushing into the enemies. Oh my god, the team is trying to end. The team is trying to go for the end. That's a little bit crazy. Don't think you could do that. I think you should have backed out. Oh my god, team just threw the game maybe. I think SGP can try to end this. I think SGP can try to end this with the next wave. If this... Oh my god, he had Death Sickle available. If that Slims died right there, it would have been game over. I would have called it right there, but they still go back in. They still go back in. Malok ult misses his mark. The Yena kills the Lorien though, and that Malok dies in the end though. This Sephira eats a huge spear by the Slims and is a huge comeback once again. The spear misses onto the Sinistria, but that Max is gonna die right now, and 3 people dead on the enemy team. No major objective up though. However, we have a juicy little wave pushing down the bottom lane of this Saigon Phantom's base, okay? A second wave is following it up. There's 1 super minion left on the first wave. Second wave is coming here, so 2 super minions. That is plenty in a 4v2. That is plenty to end this game, I would say, okay? They really need to play their cards right here. Oh, the Sinistria is flanking the wave and she gets it. Beautifully played. They pick up the kill onto that Slims. They clear the wave. They're happy with that. The Yena is gonna revive, has the Death Sickle as well, but dies in the end, shot down by Varus. However, the Superman will be picked up as well. So in the end, just both side laners being traded on both teams, and that Sinistria, because she cleared that wave there, was absolutely insane. She flanked the wave. She stayed in the middle and went over the wall, flanks the wave. If she lets it hit the, if she shows herself at the enemy core, they will just try to jump onto her and CC her and stop her from clearing. But she goes over the wall. Really well played by Bang here. Such a clutch play. And yeah, we are equalized once again. 2k gold advantage for Saigon Phantom, but it really doesn't matter at this point at all. The only thing that matters is the base, okay? And honestly, Saigon Phantom's base is looking much worse. The other thing that matters is, of course, the way the heroes interact in teamfights. And honestly, from what we've seen so far, it can go either way. Both teams have a very even team fighting team composition. Well, BRU should have the better one, but it seems like SGP is just playing better so far in a lot of these team fights. Ooh, Malok ult is huge, hits 3 people right there. The Lorien ult only onto Malok to stop him, and you can see how low these health bars of BRU are going. The Sinistria is going crazy. She used her ult beautifully, uses her invisibility as well, ends up dropping to the Varus, however has her has her Blade of Eternity available, so she just revives, and in the end it is 2 kills for none on Saigon Phantom, 5v3 right now, and I think they will bring this series back in the end. That is absolutely insane. They will kill just everybody here. I don't think this Slims can do enough here. I think he will just drop. He does not have enough damage. He does not have his Easter buff right now, so he is just going to be useless at the end there in this 1v4 Daze, and they are able to finish this reverse sweep. Absolutely insane performance by SGP. They stay in the upper bracket. I think the way it works, SGP moves now, BRU moves to the lower bracket now, so these teams can still meet in the grand finale. Keep that in mind. But for now, SGP in a really good spot, man. That was a proper reverse sweep. I don't know when I've seen that the last time. I don't think ever. I think the clear-cut MVP for this series in general, but also for this game in particular, is gonna be that Sinistria, that Bang. Just crazy performance. Let's see the damage numbers. I think he will be very high up on these charts as well. He was going deep during those team fights, still managing to, look at this, 169k. Have you ever seen something this crazy? This is insane. 169k on Sinistria. You can see the gold graph was all the way looking good for BRU, but in the end it just moves into Saigon Phantom's favor. Crazy, guys. Wow, man. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. After that early game, didn't expect BRU to still lose that, and they didn't even throw it. It's just Bang, or just SGP in general, has insane team fighting skills. They are so good mechanically in these team fights, everyone using their heroes perfectly. And despite having worse macro, we saw that very clear cut, right? Yeah, let me just pause at this, I guess. Very clear cut, we saw that BRU had much better macro throughout this whole series. So again, this was again just macro versus mechanics, it seems like. Crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed this, man. Let me know what you think about this whole series in the comments below. Please do leave a subscription. It is free of charge. It is gonna help me with the YouTube algorithm and stuff. So if you watch my videos anyway, just leave a like, subscribe as well, because yeah, as I said, it's not gonna change too much for you, how many videos you will be recommended and stuff, but it will help me boost that number, help me get those sponsorship deals, okay? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. We will be back with these, but not every day. This is, you know, we're streaming all day. We have to record these as well. We have to find some time somewhere. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.